Hey guys, this is Ollie, and in today's video we're gonna take a look at Cervidus. We cannot call it a first look because of course we had a preview video on this very channel. However, the unit is now out in the open, the festival is coming to a close by the time you're watching this video, and we can all try our hands on this new unit. I did so too, and I learned a couple of things that I did not expect, to be honest. And I'm trying to share them with you in this video, so let's break it all down. We are starting here with Cervidus in PvP. So this is my core PvP team, with the exception of Tanamo, who is missing. I'm not that good in this level, to be honest. And there's something very, very interesting. This is one of the least fortunate maps for my team, because my team always wants to connect with all of the opponents on the very first turn, which most teams want to do. And the problem here is that 3 of our opponents are sitting in bushes. They are hiding in the trenches. This is one of those maps, and I said this in the preview, where Cervidus can make a massive difference. And the reason why is because Cervidus can lock down units. You will see that here. And there's also something else that we can see here. You can target, like in this very moment, you see a major thing that is only true for 2 units in the game, 3 units in the game. One of them being Cervidus. And that is, while you are standing with Cervidus next to another unit, you can target a unit with a ranged attack that is 2 spots apart from you. That is not usually the case. Like if right now I was moving with Giggs into the same position, Giggs could not target my Vera, Giggs could not target Tim. He would have to target Dorga. With Cervidus it's very different. The range of his active effect is hard-coded, so to speak. It says it's a range 2 effect. That's the part that I got wrong actually in my preview, because I said that those 2 fields within 2 spaces or something, they shouldn't be on the effect text. That is incorrect. They are very important because they are specifying to us that he has always range 2 with his active effect. A bonus pop quiz question for the Riven Guard experts out there: which other 2 units have an effect that does not care whether the unit is standing next to another unit? So now this is a new setup. This wasn't possible before. We are now locking down Tim in the back. And the other thing is, we are getting rid of Dorga in turn 1, which is not that easy on that map, because like we said, Dorga is actually hiding in a shrub. She's hiding in a bush. It's very, very hard to take her down on the very first turn. Sometimes even Giggs and Tanamo can't get the job done, but apparently Cervidus is like, yeah, piece of cake. I am not winning that match, but I just wanted to show you guys something about the range and how Cervidus can help you turn a map that is, generally speaking, not favorable for your squad into a very favorable map. Cervidus is the absolute best friend of every strategist in Riven Guard. Now this is a map that I actually feature in my PvP guide, and I showed you that I have like a unique approach for this map, where usually I'm running in with Dorga. So you can now come up with even better strategies depending on the map, at least as long as the AI stays the way it is. So let's look at this PvP fight, because I believe that there's a lot of takeaways in this that especially players that don't have like highly leveled units can see in this one. So we're starting like the same way that I started in my PvP guide. I'm first going with Giggs on Dorga, and then I'm using Cervidus, and this makes a gigantic difference. Now look at this. Queen Akeshru on the left is holding Tim at bay. Tim cannot get out of the corner. He needs to deal with the shade. Then we are getting rid of the actives of Giggs and my Vera, and Tripitaka squad on top of that is also losing Dorga. This is like, talk about about the best ever opening that you can have in this game. And now we can just like slowly play it down. We don't even have to like go all in and hit them hard. We could actually hide a little bit, which is what I'm doing here. Cervidus, who happens to be not highly leveled, we will see this at the end of the fight, is now just hiding in a bush. He's not even moving to the front. We can actually see that with the health bar. There's not a whole lot of little black bars inside the health bar of Cervidus. Now we can lock down Archeo. Archeo is a melee unit. We pointed this out in the preview of Cervidus. Melee units absolutely hate Cervidus. He just completely takes them out of the equation. Yes, we're not doing any damage, but we're not doing any damage because of the fact that Cervidus is not a highly leveled unit. Now we just keep hitting Tim with Queen Akeshru. He can never get out of the unit. He cannot walk over water. He's eventually going to use the active. Doesn't really matter. This PvP fight is over, and we did not even lose a single unit. And now look at this. This is the kicker. I fought this fight with a common level 8 Cervidus. It really is not about the strength of the unit. It is more about the different ways that this unit is opening for you, the new strategies that you can employ to lock down your opponent, to take advantage of the AI in its current state. And as long as the AI just keeps throwing active effects at the mushrooms, you can take full advantage of that, and this unit is becoming at least an option, potentially a staple in certain PvP maps. I'm definitely going to play this unit in Arena, and I'm not going to continue playing it as a level 8 common unit, of course. I'm of course trying to put in some work and effort and turn this into a powerhouse in my team, obviously. Lastly, as some have already figured out, we see the videos pop up on the official Discord of Rivengard, which you should absolutely join. Playing Cervidus in guild raid is not as easy as the preview made it seem. If the unit is not legendary and gold rank 1, he sometimes gets killed by his own mushrooms, or your other units are getting killed by the mushrooms. So it's not as straightforward as I probably made some of you believe, and they thought like, oh, I just have to tag in Cervidus and I'm gonna win every guild raid fight. That is actually not the case. You actually have to put in some work, you have to use your brains and really think about what is the best possible move and how can I take the most advantage of this unit. We have had some laughs in our guild because some of our members were just like running with the unit, not really thinking about it that much. They just wanted to see what it can do. Everybody loved the vines, obviously, being able to root the dragon links to make sure that they're not coming after you. But everything after that, especially all the interactions with Toadstool, they are an extreme challenge, and I love the fact that Cervidus is actually shaking up the meta game in guild raid, because it's very, very hard. I mean, some of you might have tried this before, but here's just some piece of advice regarding this. If you're trying to mix Cervidus with your existing strategy in guild raid, and you're not building your entire team around Cervidus and the mushroom party, you're gonna have a very, very hard time doing decent damage in guild raid. That's already it for today. Those are my first impressions after playing a little bit with Cervidus and looking over the shoulder of some other really good players in our squad that have tried their hand with Cervidus and see what he can do. It's a super exciting unit. What are your thoughts about Cervidus? Did you manage to unlock the unit as an epic? In case someone wasn't aware, my festival guide, yes, I know it says unlocking Runner Clue the Blind Reaper. Everything I'm saying in these videos still applies for every future festival until they change the quest lineup. So if you're having trouble with the festival, if you did not unlock the epic version of Cervidus, make sure to go back. There's a playlist on this channel about the festival, and I'm going into lots and lots of detail. And if you want, for the next festival, I can try and come up with a condensed version to show you guys how to unlock the epic version of the unit. That's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. See you guys very, very soon.